went missing.
We are following breaking news. The Boston Coast Guard is operating a search and rescue mission for a missing submersible.
The sub was exploring the wreckage of the Titanic. The sub went missing in the Atlantic Ocean near Canada.
In a statement, OceanGate, the company responsible for the vessel and the expedition, says, quote, "We are exploring and mobilizing all options to bring the crew back safely. Our entire focus is on the crew members in the submersible and their families."
CBS News correspondent David Pogue joins us now. David has done extensive reporting on these types of submersibles, including a report for CBS Sunday Morning. David, thanks for joining us. It's eerie to watch your piece now and see you down in one of these submersibles. What is it like in there?
It's about the size of a minivan. It houses 5 people. So on that sub at this moment are the pilot, a scientist, and 3 paying passengers who have paid $250,000 each for the opportunity to get on that one-of-a-kind sub and go down 2.5 miles to see the Titanic.
Talk to us, David, about how this submersible is controlled and what are communication systems like on board? Because as we saw in your Sunday Morning piece, there was a point where communication was lost with the surface for something like 2.5 hours.
This is going to sound very janky to a lot of people, but a lot of this submersible is made of off-the-shelf improvised parts. For example, you control it with an Xbox game controller. Some of the ballast are these abandoned lead pipes from construction sites. And the way you ditch them is everybody gets to one side of the sub and they roll off a shelf.
Wow.
But the guy who built this sub and who runs the company, Stockton Rush, told me, yeah, that stuff's all kind of janky, but the important thing, like the capsule that contains the people and the air, that was co-designed with NASA and the University of Washington. The part that keeps you alive is rock solid. So
now here's where I checked out, bro. Here's where I checked out. Let me tell y'all where I checked out at. Here's where I checked out at. Now they say on the submarine, they was using a video game remote controller to control the submarine. My bro, they literally talking about they use, this is a way better controller. This is an Xbox controller. This is they can go on your phone and play video games. That shit wasn't even this, bro. I swear to God, they was using that dollar store, Dollar General ass remote controller and shit to control the damn submarine. I swear to God, they said they had a nigga sitting there playing the submarine like a damn video game and shit. What the fuck was that about? Nigga, I swear to God, I'm not trying to be funny and shit, but at the same time, this shit was a suicide mission. This shit was a straight suicide mission, man. Like straight like that. Like, RIP to the people that passed away. I mean, to me, I still feel like it was a conspiracy because it was a conspiracy, bro. Like, I feel like it was like maybe an assassination that was a cover up or something like that. Cause they knew them people was gonna die before they got down there, man. They knew them people was gonna die, bro. They knew them people was gonna fucking die, bro. For real, for real. They knew them people was gonna die, man.
G Prospect, Wizeonez Entertainment. I'm the CEO, the motherfucking boss.
What up, what up? It's Wizeonez Entertainment TV. It's ggdaplug 100K. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Man, we are back with another one. We have to talk about, unfortunately, the 5 people that have disappeared in the what do they call it? A submachine? What do they call that shit? A submarine. I'm sorry. No, my bad. I ain't trying to laugh at this shit. Okay, listen. We got 5 rich folks that just disappeared in a submarine and stuff. And they paid $250K to pretty much go explore the Titanic in the ocean. And I'm not laughing. Best believe that. I'm not laughing. I hope they get found, man. But it's just, it's just hard for me to do this real quick. This is really, I don't talk about shit like this normally, but we're going to get into it though. But a billionaire's text has emerged so far. And so best believe the people that was on this boat was rich as fuck, basically. So everybody on that motherfucker spending bread. They doing, so $250K to them ain't nothing but some pennies, I guess. So they go and do this shit, and now they all disappeared. Now, what we have to start understanding is there's been a lot of billionaires disappearing lately. What about the dude who invented Cashapp? What happened to him? He's gone. And, shit, there's a few billionaires that's getting, getting X'd out. There's Japanese billionaires and Chinese tech billionaires and shit. These niggas going missing on the daily. I mean, if y'all just do a quick Google search on all the billionaires that's been going missing, you'd be surprised what you find. But let's talk about what's going on here. So details are emerging about the submersible that went missing in the Atlantic Ocean while carrying 5 passengers, one of whom have shared a haunting text message with a friend before the expedition. The Titan Ocean Gate Expedition 5-man submersible went missing on Sunday while underwater in the area of a Titanic wreckage. In the North Atlantic, officials said Ocean Gate CEO Stockton Rush and British billionaire Hamish Harding was among those aboard the submersible when it disappeared. According to ITV and the BBC, a retired NASA astronaut Colonel Terry Virts shared the final text message he received from Harding during an appearance on ITV's Good Morning Britain on Tuesday, according to the New York Post. Hey, we're headed out tomorrow. It looks good. The weather's been bad, so they've been waiting for this. The 58-year-old billionaire wrote, according to Virts, who said his friend undoubtedly understood the risk of the dangerous adventure. So these people was aware of what was to come. Here goes a picture of this guy, man. This shit, I mean, this ain't no joke, man. These people were dead. I guess this is his picture or whatever. This one of them is on there. I guess that's the billionaire they're talking about or whatever. So basically this money on top of money that's missing. Like this trillions of dollars worth of people just gone. You know what I'm saying? So what's there to say about this shit? I don't know. Like at the end of the day, man, there's a lot of freaky shit going on out here because they still ain't found them passengers on that Malaysia airplane shit. They still ain't solved that shit. There's a bunch of stuff going on. Right now, I just checked Queen's Flip's Twitter. I think it was Queen's Flip on Twitter. He said, man, right now, shit is on, he said shit is pretty, shit, we living in weirdo land right now. There's no telling what may occur in this situation. Like, that, who knows, man? They could have got kidnapped by the government, military shit. This could have been an assassination, all a setup. All a fucking setup. I mean, this could be anything, bro. This could be they ran into another dimension. You know what I mean? Like, this could be fucking anything. I don't really even know what to say about this shit except this some pink folk shit. Like, this some real pink folk shit, man. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, damn. Like, goddamn. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just goes back to the Kobe Bryant situation. How he just, he just jumped on a helicopter. I mean, it's just like, rich people, they money is making them think that they can just really do any goddamn thing nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said, don't let these pink folks convince y'all black folks, y'all melanated folks to just be doing any and everything just because you got some damn money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you got some money in your pocket, you just gotta go sit your ass down somewhere, man, and just go chill and go drink your beer or something, man. Like, sometimes you just gotta go sit your ass down somewhere, man. Like, I don't know what to think about this shit. I mean, I know that they said they want to go on adventures and shit like that, and they said they was totally aware of the danger that was at hand. So the billionaire confessed that he knew there was a risk that they could die. So they're literally signing up, paying $250K to die, to die. And you know, when you're talking about going that deep underwater, and your chances of living through this reduces significantly. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, what do I think about this shit? I just really think that, man, like, it's some freaky ass government cover up shit going on. Like, who knows what the fuck is really going on? Is the Titanic even really down there? How these rich people know that the Titanic was even down there? You paying, y'all might be getting the wooty blam. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit probably done rotted out by now. I mean, come on. Something at the bottom of the ocean for this goddamn long? Like, bruh, why are they paying? Niggas is paying $250K to go see a fucking wrecked ship that they already got a motherfucking movie about? What the fuck is going on through these fucking billionaire niggas' minds? Y'all heard about the billionaire that, what about that last billionaire? The billionaire that, what's that billionaire I'm talking about? The one who just froze himself. Yeah, the motherfucker said, fuck it. I got money. I'm a billionaire. Fuck it. I'm trying to take this shit with me. He said, shit, fuck this shit. Freeze me. And he want to come back into the future like 200,000 years in the future. This nigga said he wanted to be unfrozen. He said cryo. They did some shit called cryo on this nigga. Yeah? Man, let me look this shit up. Let me look this shit up. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Let me look this shit up, man. Let's look this up. That's why I got this laptop right here. We're gonna look this shit up. What's up with this billionaire? It's a lot. Man, this is a bigger conversation than just talking about like the damn submarines and shit. Because it's all kind of stuff. They've been knocking these billionaires off left and damn right. And so I bet nobody wants to be a billionaire now. You know what I'm saying? You want to stay all low on the radar because shit, this shit getting spooky. Like Queen Flip said, this shit's starting to get real spooky. They touching, you know what I'm saying? Because if billionaires can get touched, y'all already know anyone can get touched. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can get it out here. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop being so clueless to the facts. You know what I'm saying? It's right in our face every goddamn day. They out here knocking these niggas off. Let's see. Let's look at that. Billionaire. Let's look this shit up. Billionaire freezes himself. Look at this shit. Tech investor Peter Thiel confirmed that he is signed up to be cryogenically frozen when he dies so that he can potentially be revived in the future, even though he is skeptical that the technology actually works. So, who was the person frozen for over 15 years? James Iram Bedford. The fuck? He was the first person whose body was cryoserved after legal death and remains preserved at an Alker Life Extension Foundation. They've been doing this shit. What the fuck do these pink folks, what are these pink folks really trying to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why are they so obsessed about what the fuck is gonna happen hundreds of thousands of years into the future? What the fuck is these niggas really trying to do? Man, these pink folks have lost their goddamn mind, bro. Like, everybody is losing their goddamn mind. So you telling me these white folks really trying to do some time travel shit and they been on this shit? This shit, that's what I'm saying, bro. This shit is all in our motherfucking face and we just act like we don't even fucking look at this shit. Like, how the hell, look at this. What? Let's see the billionaire. What? So, I mean, seriously, just look at it, man. Look at it, man. Look at it, man. The cryo, look, there go the cryo tanks right there, man. See what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not quite sure what the 5 people that got on that submarine was trying to accomplish here. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not understanding what exactly they was trying to do. He said they wanted to go on an adventure. He said they want to go on a journey. If you want to go on an adventure, go walk your dog. If you want to go on an adventure, I guess you could take your kids to Disneyland, or you take your kids somewhere to a theme park, or go somewhere to a resort, or whatever. They got so much money, it's like, fuck, they could buy an island or some shit like that. Like, why the fuck, out of all things, like, why would they do this activity? It's like, was they going down there to really see the Titanic? Was they, I mean, like, it's just so many questions that hits my mind when I see this story. It's just like, what exactly was they even there for? And there's like only 5 of them went too, so you know, it's just like, what? It's like, oh, I just don't even know what to say about this one, man. Like, I'm not quite sure what these folks was trying to do. It's like what exactly do you think? Like, what do you think it could be?
Why they was going down there?
Like, what do you think that? What do you think they would like? Why would they pay $250K? Why would someone pay $250K to almost die? That's what I'm trying to figure out, bro.
Boy, to be honest,
To almost die.
I do not know why. I do not know why. I mean, you done did, I guess, everything except for, you know, that anyway. I don't know.
Pay $250K
Yeah, you done
to
seen
almost die. Like, how fucking bored could you be? Like,
super bored, dude, like they,
how bored could you be?
nigga.
Like I said, melanated people, y'all better quit listening to these pink folks. I'm telling you that right now. That's all I got to say about this. I don't have nothing to say. I don't even know what to say. This shit is like past my comprehension right now. Like, all I can say is some shit that I would not do. I'm not spending no $250K to almost die. Like, I don't even want to go to Six Flags. I don't even want to get on no roller coaster, man. Like, I ain't even trying to risk it like that. I feel like I made it this long without going, so I don't even want to bungee jump. I don't want to do no air jumping. I don't want to jump out no perfectly good plane. And shit, yeah, I ain't really even trying to swim like goddamn like that. Shit, I ain't trying to even jump in the damn water. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to mess up my hair and shit, man. Like, I ain't trying to mess my shit up, bro. So it's just like, at the end of the day, I don't know. I just cannot really even relate to the story. That's some real rich nigga shit. You know, that's some real billionaire rich nigga shit. Like, when you pay $250K to die. You know what I'm saying? But it's ggdaplug, man. Y'all stay up, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. $250K to die, man. That's just crazy. I mean, how do you get, I mean, they basically, essentially, they got the billionaire talking about he knew the risk, he was aware of what was going on. It's like they just signed up to be assassinated. It's not like, it's like, I don't know what's going on, man. These people got too much money, man. Like, they're bored. I don't know what's going on. Like, every time there's some, like, extra shit to be doing, oh, who wants to go to space? The billionaire guy in the back, like, I want to go. Like, I don't get it, bro. Ain't no way in hell you can't tell me if I'm worth a billy, I would be up in that damn submarine. Bro, the key thing about the submarine that most people don't even understand is that, bro, they're paying $500K a ride, but let me tell you what they're paying for. First of all, they controlling it with a little cheap ass video game controller that's not even main brand. This is by Xbox. It's not even main brand. That shit look like some great value Walmart shit out the pack that only work for 3 goddamn days or some shit like that break down as soon as you start using that shit. That shit cheap as fuck. You know the controllers for $26.99 and shit. Okay, and on top of that, what also got me like looking at it like some kind of way is, bro, this shit was not a luxury experience by any stretch of the imagination. You're talking about paying $500K, bro. You can't even take a shit in peace. You can't even take a shit. You gotta, I'm telling you, you gonna blow that whole motherfucker up. I'm talking about for real. Nigga, I bet you whoever took the first shit in that motherfucker, that's how they died. That's how they died. That first shit. Whoever took the first shit killed everybody on board, bro. Because that shit probably was a mess. Okay? Dog, you understand? It's tiny. You can't even take a shit in peace in that hole. Swear to God, everybody gotta smell that shit, and everyone's gonna hear it. You see how closed in that shit was? It was congested, bruh. These people were literally trapped inside, congested. It was all there was. Oh yeah, by the way, one thing I peeped out: there was no seats. No seats.
Ass hurting.
They had no seats, man. They had no seats.
He said they could only last what? How many hours? 90-something hours.
Dude, they didn't. Man, they never lasted them hours. Man, they died before it. They had been dead. That's what people don't understand. They been dead. They been done died.
Absolutely.
These people been done died, bro. They been done died. They on the news talking about there's still hope for them. There's still this and that. White folks, man. Pink folks. Bro, they are gone. They are gone. Okay? They're talking about, oh, it's still 40 hours left of oxygen on the submarine and stuff like that. They held out all hope. If that was some niggas, they would have been like, finito. Look, you know what's funny though? This is coming on the whims. Let me tell you something. What happened? 700 people just disappeared on a replica of the Titanic coming from another space. I'm trying to remember how that shit was going. 700 people just damn near lost their life. See, days before that shit even happened, and they didn't even talk about that shit. Wow. Hell nah, yeah. So they all here worried about these 5 little white folks. They ain't talk about these other folks that came from this other country. I'm trying to think of what that shit was. It was like Chile or something like that. They was going through something. Basically, they were trying to escape their country, and the folks were trying to escape their country, and they was trying to they was basically trying to get away from their country so they could find a better life. I think they was headed some. I forgot the whole story, but anyway, I'll get to that. But they was headed somewhere to kind of get something better going on for themselves. And basically, they paid $5,000 to $8,000. Each passenger paid $5,000 to $8,000 to get on that boat. And the boat had so many passengers that it sunk. And like a lot of people died. Like almost everybody damn near died. I think like maybe 30 people made it.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe 30 people probably lived, but everybody else died, and the rest that did some of the people that did live, they all went. Over a dozen people were arrested for the situation, and guess what? They was super quiet about that shit, right? But I bet you, guess what? Just like when them black folks got killed, them niggas got killed off in Mexico. When nobody talking about it, could be a couple of hours, they might still be alive. Let's go search for them. Ain't nobody said nothing about that shit. So at the end of the day, it's crazy. You can see the difference between when white folks go missing and when everybody, when black folks go missing. You know what I'm saying? It's like when white folks go missing, we gon' have this shit on they've been having this shit on the news for like a whole, just all day talking about this shit. All day talking about this shit, bro. But you know what's interesting? I'm gonna tell y'all what's interesting though. The son of one of the billionaires, guess what? He ain't giving no fucks that his dad's missing at all. He ain't giving a fuck. He ain't giving a fuck about that nigga missing. He don't give a shit. Bro, he on fucking Twitter. They caught that dude on Twitter trying to bag him a OnlyFans baddie and shit like that. He trying to follow him a little OnlyFans model and shit. That nigga sitting at the house horny and shit trying to fuck something, bro. He like, shit, my dad just died. I'm about to get this inheritance, bitch. He was a billionaire, good fucking riddance. I was tired of that nigga sitting on the money any goddamn way. Shit. God, nice to see you. I'm finna get all this money and fuck all these damn Instagram baddies, nigga. That's what I'm finna go do. That's how the son's looking at the shit. Let's just keep it above. That nigga ain't worried about his goddamn daddy. That nigga is not worried about his damn daddy missing at all. He is literally on Twitter showing off, trying to holler at this OnlyFans model, my bro. So that's just exactly how that shit going. Man, it's just, it's a tragic case though. Y'all don't get me wrong though. It's a tragic case, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the people that died, you know, on a serious note. I mean, at the end of the day, I ain't got much to say about the shit. You know, at the end of the day, that shit fucked up. I feel like every nigga on the internet instantly became a scientist when this situation happened. Everybody talking about 4 meters and below and how this works and all this other shit like that. Nigga, let me tell you something. If you go that deep off in the water, you gone.
They have a scientist with them.
You gone. They had a scientist with them.
They had a scientist.
That told them.
That's why they said it's not none of that. It's not the fact that they did not appear back to the surface. And they have emergency, you know, they have emergency gear to make them back, at least float to the back to the surface, if anything. And they're not floating back to the surface. Even if they was lost, they will be able to float back to the surface. If they had any complications down there, they said that will be able to be resolved in minus a second. They should have been floated back to the surface.
Baby, right,
They're not understanding why they're not floating back to the surface. Because they're fucking toasted. They're out of there. You not have no business going that deep in the water.
Period. To sum it all up, they basically paid, not $250K, but $500K to get in the submarine with no seats, no comfort. You take a shit, everybody and their mama finna smell that shit. They finna hear that shit. They finna hear that all on the damn toilet. Nigga, this shit was not, that's the stuff, like you said, the shit that people pay for, man. Luxury, I guess. Man. This is a head scratcher, man. This is a straight head scratcher. Man. I don't even know what to think about this one, bro. I guess we're going to call it. Honestly, the only thing I can really say about this one to wrap this up is that, man, them white folks was assassinated, man. They didn't want them people here. They wouldn't have let them people get on there in the first damn place. If they felt like they wanted them people, they said it was only 5 people. Them 5 people, there's something going on, man. They didn't want them people here. They knew them people was going to die before they go on there, sitting there controlling with an old bitch-ass gang controller, talking about, see what you do is that we take the game controller and then we lower it down. I'm telling you, almost anybody can use it. When they said that shit, I was just like, they paid $500K for this? They paid $500K for this?
Wow. Washington, the part that keeps you alive is rock solid. So what concerns me is this thing has 7 different ways of returning to the surface. It has different kinds of ballast it can let go. It has an inflatable air bladder. It has propellers. So why isn't it at the surface? There is no radio and no GPS that works underwater. So you really are on your own when you're in this thing. So why haven't they come to the surface? One possibility is they got snagged on something. And another possibility is that there was a leak, which is very unlikely, but if there is a leak, it was over quickly.
I was going to ask you what the issues that can happen on these types of expeditions, and also any idea what might be on board to help with survival, oxygen supply, anything that might keep this crew alive for some period of time, and what sort of time crunch are they under, do you think?
The sub is said to have 96 hours of oxygen, and that takes 3 forms. There are carbon dioxide scrubbers, exactly the same thing you would have in a spacecraft. Then there are these emergency scrubbers. They look like fly strips. They hang from the ceiling and convert CO2 to oxygen. And then if those get exhausted, there are actual scuba oxygen tanks under the floor panels that they can put on. So in all, that's 96 hours. There's a rudimentary toilet, which amounts to little more than a couple Ziploc bags. And of course, they all brought snacks. So there have been times, as you mentioned, last year, They got lost on the bottom for 3 hours during the expedition that I was on. I guess what really worries me is we know that they sometimes lose contact with, they don't know where they are, but they wouldn't call for the Coast Guard unless that had been going on for some time. So my guess is that this is yesterday's expedition and they've now been lost for 24 hours.
I, as a human, can't help but ask you how you're feeling, looking back, knowing you were on one of these and seeing what's happening now.
I stayed up all night the night before my dive. I mean, I've never done anything that could kill me before, and I was really, really scared. Then I had a conversation with Stockton Rush, the CEO, and he said, "You're worried about the wrong things. Like getting back to the surface, running out of air, those we got covered. The things you should be worried about are these really rare things like getting snagged in one of those abandoned fishing nets that are miles long. Seems really unlikely in the North Atlantic, or, you know, a leak, which is also really unlikely." So I don't know what to say. It sounds bad. If all 7 methods they have of coming to the surface aren't working, then what's going on? So I'm really worried.
It is really scary. We can only hope and think of everyone down there and their families and hope for our
G Prospect, Wizeonez Entertainment. I'm the CEO, the motherfucking boss. Yeah, I came from the gutter, came from the struggle. I just want everybody to turn the motherfucking lights out. Put your hoodies on, your middle fingers in the motherfucking air. Yeah, we finna speak this ether, bitch. Finna speak this curse, this gift. This it, what does it all mean? All I ever fucking did is love and take care. Life ain't fair, plus these bitches ain't there. Wanna know my story? Well, ho, pull up a chair. Cause I've been dealing with some issues I've been wanting to share. I've been living with an empty heart, whole life torn apart. What you know about the dark, bitch? Living in the park, bitch. Stomach pain sharp, bitch. That's just the start of it. Fuck all retarded shit, excuse my language, but nigga, I've been starving, bitch. Smoking this dope, you can't even cope. Slanging this dope, always on the go. It's money up a bitch.